Hello everyone, welcome back. Tom with Capo Fetish. Today I'm going to talk about some new archival releases that are really cool. I'm going to mention about 5 of them and a little bit of miscellaneous things as well. So to start off, I'm going to feature the Kinks The Journey Part 2. This just came out last week. Really fine compilation curated by Ray and Dave Davies and Mick Avery. And which sets this apart from a lot of the Kinks compilations in the past 2 or 3 decades is that it has a personal touch. So along with several hits, you get a deep cut offering from Ray, Dave, and Mick. A lot of great hits, Till the End of the Day, Lola, Sunny Afternoon, but you get a lot of like really deep stuff like Creeping Jean by Dave Davies, which would have been on his first solo album that was never released at the time. You've got great album cuts like Two Sisters from Something Else. You've got the classic See My Friends, which was one of the first incidents on record of a kind of Eastern flavor, kind of sitar guitar sound, which predated the Beatles' Norwegian Wood by about 5-6 months. You have other cuts on here like really great remixes, like Where Are They Now from Preservation Act 1, a 2023 remix. Really brings Ray's voice up front. The original mix on Preservation Act 1 was kind of muddy. You got Money Talks from Preservation Act 2, a nice remix of that. The original mix of that too was very muddy. Everything was kind of fighting one another. The brass section, the guitar, the vocals. So you got a little more separation with the vocals on that track. You hear more of Dave's awesome guitar. The brass has been brought down a tad. I think what the real highlight on here is side 4. You got 3 live killer cuts from the New Victoria Theatre in London from 1975, June 75, when they were promoting the soap opera album. And you've got Everybody's a Star, Slum Kids, and A Face in the Crowd. And they should release this as a full album at some point, these live cuts, because it's just a stellar recording. Dave Davies' guitar on Everybody's a Star is just killer. You've got a version of Slum Kids, which was originally part of the Preservation Act 1 and 2 theater show, but was never recorded or released on any of those albums. It's now on this album. Initially, it was on a re-release of Preservation Act 2 as a bonus cut, but the version on this album, Slum Kids Live 1975, is just stellar, and then The Face in the Crowd is just really moving as well. So for those 3 cuts alone, it's worth a purchase for the diehard fan. But I think for those fans that are just more familiar with the hits, this would be a good place to start because it really shows off the absolute diversity of the Kinks and the variedness of Ray Davies' songwriting, his genius songwriting, and also Dave Davies' brilliant guitar playing. So this would be a great place to start for the uninitiated and for the diehards. Also, too, on here, you've got just absolute classics like 20th Century Man plus Muswell Hillbillies, Wicked Annabella off Village Green. Just a good smattering of deep cuts, some live rare cuts, and some great hits. So highly recommended. If you haven't picked up Journey Volume 1, pick that one up as well. It's a great companion piece. So great compilation, and I believe there might be a part 3 at some point. I'm not sure, but anyway, check it out if you haven't. It's on CD. You get 4 extra cuts on the CD. You got He's Evil from Preservation Act 2, Artificial Man, Don't You Fret, No Return from Something Else, and for some reason they left I Need You from 1965 off the album version, but that's on the CD version as well. So anyway, the Kinks The Journey Part 2, excellent compilation. Another one I'm really digging to is this Jimi Hendrix Experience live at the Hollywood Bowl, recorded in August of '67, right in the middle of the Summer of Love. They were opening for the Mamas and Papas, a sold-out show. It's a soundboard recording, so it sometimes peaks a little bit in the vocals and the guitar. But as far as an archival release, it's great to hear Jimmy talking between the songs. You can tell that the crowd is a little bewildered by what they're seeing. They're there for Mamas and the Papas. And the pop vocals, not the guitar histrionics that Jimmy's offering, but there's some great versions on here of Purple Haze. They do Catfish Blues on here as well. Killing Floor, they open with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. But, all in all, pretty great release. Not as stellar as the Monterey Pop set, which was recorded, I believe, on 4-track. This is just a soundboard recording, but it's well worth having if you like this period of Hendrix. I love the 1967 era of Hendrix, especially the live recordings. And the one last year that came out in '69 at the Forum is really stellar as well. So this is great. If you like Hendrix, 67 period, pick it up. Jimi Hendrix at the Hollywood Bowl, 1967. Another one I'm really digging to is the Neil Young Chrome Dreams. This should have been slated back in 1977, but a lot of the cuts on this album, like Will to Love, Star of Bethlehem, Like a Hurricane, ended up on American Stars and Bars. I think the real revelation on here for me is the original version of Sedan Delivery, which was initially on Rust Never Sleeps. This is a version that was recorded for the Zuma sessions. Very slowed down, almost kind of like, I mean, it couldn't be any more garage rock sounding, but it's really, really interesting to see how this song morphed from this version into the version on Rust Never Sleeps, which is really, really powerful. Also, you have a Lot of Love, which of course ended up on Comes a Time, Hold Back the Tears, Homegrown, great version of Pocahontas on here as well. Just really great stuff. And this would have been a great album if it had come out in '77. I think this is one of the better archival releases from Neil Young over the past 5 years or so. Plays like a real album, because it is a real album. And just a stellar, stellar set list of songs. Good stuff. If you haven't heard it, pick it up. And of course, being a Doors fan, I had to pick up The Matrix. This was recorded in San Francisco in '67. For years, I've owned the bootleg sessions of this. But I got to tell you, I don't know if it's, maybe it's just my ears, but it really does sound better what they did with the remastering of this. You can hear everything really clear. You really hear the Doors really more subdued. There's less of the Doors, theatrical side on this. It's just really just the Doors playing at a club. It sounds like there's about 5 people in the audience after each song, the clapping. And, it features a lot of songs that were never played live after a certain period, like My Eyes Have Seen You. Hard to find like Strange Days songs in bootlegs and subsequent live releases. So you've got like My Eyes Have Seen You, Strange Days. You've got a killer version of Crystal Ship, early version here. And just really, really fluid playing from Ray Manzarek, Robbie Krieger, and John Densmore. They all had their shit down early on. This came out about 3 months before Light My Fire hit the charts, and then their career exploded big time. So it's really interesting to hear the Doors just playing as a club band, just really delivering the music solid and perfect. So this is really a great archival release as well. The Doors at the Matrix, 1967. In San Francisco. Another thing too I acquired recently is the this John Coltrane, the Complete Atlantic Recordings. This is just amazing. I love this period of John Coltrane, the Atlantic period before he switched to Impulse. I mean, it has so many different sites. I mean, there's a disc on here, disc 7, that has nothing but outtakes, just outtake of Giant Steps. I don't know how many takes you need of Giant Steps, but the remastering on this is fantastic. Nema, it has My Favorite Things, all those great albums like Giant Steps, Coltrane Jazz. Yeah, all included on here with bonus cuts, remastered sound, really, really cool stuff. So those are just a few archival things I've been listening to lately. Like I said, the Kinks Journey Volume 2 is really worth getting if you're a diehard fan or you're a fan that just only knows the hits. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good Thanksgiving weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Please press subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.